Hey, what's up guys? Yours truly, Frickyy is back with another Reaper video. But before we get started, just real quick, I would like to thank each and every one of you who watched the Lunar Voice aka Moon Reaper guide video, and especially those who were so nice to leave all these super kind words in the comments. Those are some of the nicest things I've ever heard in my life. If you haven't watched it yet, I'll add a link in the description, and I highly recommend you go watch it for full context of what's coming. And with that being said, this second video is somewhat of a continuation of the guide video in which we will delve in a little further into this amazing new addition to Lost Ark in the West, namely the spec breakpoints and rune setups for a Moon Reaper. So what happened was, when I started making the guide video, I had no idea how Amazon was going to handle the tripod rework situation with what it was being dropped at the same time as Reaper. Little did I know, they were just going to give us two of these tiny little amulets and then say, hey, go have fun. Couldn't they have sold like a special amulets package for blue crystals or something? People have been waiting and sitting on mats for this class for months, so eagerly. I mean, think about it. Special Reaper launched tripod selection amulets care package for limited time only. If they done that, that would have sold like it was Black Friday all week, but nope, we gotta build them from ground zero, ladies and gentlemen. And in the guide video, when I was doing the DPS cycle, it was based off an assumption that somehow we might get the max level tripods just like everyone else who was able to copy and paste the tripods from the old system. But since we didn't, I went into Frickyy and came up with different rune setup of the Shadow Trap build, which was explained in the guide video depending on how many of what great wealth runes I'll have, along with a couple other bonus builds. So let's get to it. Disclaimer, following builds were based on having all level 7 gems. Also, keep in mind that these are just the bare minimum for the rotation, and I do recommend getting more spec if you can manage to do so. The more is better when it comes to spec, always, because it will make your cycle much smoother and do more damage. First off, for people who've been diligent with the horizontal content and managed to get 2 purple wealth runes, your minimum requirements will obviously be much lower than others. But since many of you probably don't have the tripods maxed out yet, the solution to this is to upgrade your Charged Shadow on Shadow Storm to at least level 4. This shouldn't be too difficult if you use the powder. It's 50-50 chance to succeed, and you take another Charged Shadow on Distortion, minimum level 3. This is 100% success with the powder. If you do that, even at 1396 spec, as you can see with the following rune setup, you won't have much complications with the DPS cycle. Next up, and I believe this would be the situation for the most of you, if you don't have a second purple wealth rune from the sea bounties, same thing here. Shadow Storm, Charged Shadow at level 4, Distortion, Charge at level 3, and set up your runes like this. Well, you just gotta upgrade Charged Shadow on Distortion to level 4 instead of 3, and then up your numbers on spec. Then you allocate your runes like this. And there you have it, boys and girls. I really hope that helps. I wish I could make this longer, but I have other stuff that I have to take care of right now. I will though include a couple of bonus builds for those who want to play around and experiment with new stuff, and also a bonus tip before I take my leave. Shadow Trap hits twice, once around the center and once again on the outer rim. Look how there are 2 damage numbers showing up. Now watch again when I use it a little bit further away from the boss. Notice the amount of identity generated are different. This is why you want to be right on the target before you use the skill. And now I'm about to show you guys a couple more builds you can just play around with in Relic before we get our ancient gears. Okay, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy Thanksgiving.